there are benefits to the game being dry. In the deep desert, nobody will be there. Not many people, rather. Specifically in the buried testing facilities and shipwrecks. And this week has some of the best weapons that I personally have been waiting for weeks to show up in the deep desert. 2 meta weapons that you need in your loadouts for whenever they add some substantial update to the game, whenever that is. It'll just be good to have these in your inventory. So I suggest you stock up as many as you can this week because we never know when they'll come back. Firstly, we have the Regis Disruptor Pistol. This is a favorite of mine, and I'm going to get into the statistics and everything, how the state of the game is at the moment. I just figure I had to tell you this because it was a shock to me. Shout out to my guy 𝐒𝐻𝐼𝐴𝐼𝐴𝐼𝐿𝐼ans for letting me know this in my Discord. I appreciate you, my guy. Anyways, this Disruptor Pistol is the highest level one you can get. And if you didn't know, I made a video a while back talking about this pistol. I have the duraluminum version, and the damage that it deals to shields is insane. You can literally almost destroy someone's shield with 1 charged shot, and just follow up with like a shell burster or whatever techniques you use to destroy their shields. This will give you an almost instant kill if you can master this technique. And next we have the Regis triple shot repeating rifle. Now this is another favorite of mine. I actually made a couple of videos about this. It was part of a few of my builds, and this is the no scope Regis rifle that shoots 3 poison shots at once and has 9 rounds in the magazine. Both of these weapons are available in the deep desert. For the Regis Disruptor Pistol, it's between row H7 and H8 in a shipwreck, and this is 100% guaranteed. I think it has a 1-hour reset. And the Regis triple shot repeating rifle is just south of E4 and a buried testing facility. Now with that out of the way, let's get into the actual state of the game, because, you know, with it being so dry right now, you can actually get these weapons easily. And usually when a new patch drops like this one did, 1.1.20, apparently their biggest patch yet, it's a chance for a reset. You see players come back, servers get busier, and there's that short burst of excitement while everyone checks out what's new. But for DuneAwakening, this latest patch did the exact opposite. Instead of breathing new life into the game, it somehow pushed the numbers even lower. And the biggest reason is that there's no meaningful new content, as I talked about in my other video. No in-game dungeons, no major PvP overhaul, just bug fixes and a few changes. Nothing that changes the actual loop in a way that makes you want to log in and grind again. And on top of that, a lot of returning players, and this is a big one, y'all, a lot of returning players come back only to find their bases gone. Not because they were raided, well maybe, but mainly because of things like non-tax payment and sandstorms wiping them out completely. We're talking hours, days, even weeks of work wiped. So imagine putting all that time farming spice, creating spice melange, plastanium, God knows how grindy that is. All those expensive time-consuming materials only to log in and see it all erased. Most people just aren't willing to go through that again, unless there's a very good reason, and right now there isn't. I tell you what, if there were like some huge in-game PvE dungeons that required teams to get through and had rewarding loot, I'd definitely do it again. No question. But just the other day, I made a whole video about the game's population problem from the all-time peak from around 189k concurrent players in June. We already slid down to about 39,000 daily peak by the end of July, the infamous 80% drop. And 39k wasn't great, but at least it had stabilized a little bit. You could still log in and feel like other people were around. But the patch dropped, and instead of holding that 39k line, we're now sitting at around 27,500 daily peak. Even lower than that, actually. The current active player count is only 22,000. That's even worse than I expected. And it's a 42% drop from July's 39k and an 88% drop from launch. That's insane. I don't really remember seeing many drops like this. I don't know, maybe you can educate me, but this is really crazy. This is a big dip. The current average now hovers close to that 22k to 23k range, which is a far cry from where the game was even a few weeks ago. But this matters because a population drop right after a patch isn't normal. It's just not. Usually you at least get a honeymoon bump where numbers rise for a week or two. Here, players came back, saw nothing truly new, maybe lost their bases and just dipped out. Again, it's like the patch rolled out and the community collectively said, yeah, I'm good. That's literally what it feels like. But here are the numbers on the screen. I'll just post it right here so you can see it for yourself. And if this is where we are right after a major patch, the numbers a month from now could be even worse. I'll keep tracking the charts, but right now, this doesn't look like a recovery phase for DuneAwakening. If anything, this patch just reinforced what many players already felt. The game still hasn't given them a reason to stick around. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. I mean, who knows if they'll make a comeback like Helldivers 2 and amass a cult following. I'm not really interested in Helldivers 2. I don't like that combat loop, the same stuff over and over again, but that's just me. I just know that they can do things to drastically increase the replay value for DuneAwakening. Like, it's easy to think of ideas or concepts for the deep desert that would be really cool. Like, I'm talking about Fremen concepts, finding some exclusive Fremen cave or their home where they live, and that can be a dungeon. I don't know. If I sit down and think about some ideas, I'm sure that I can come up with some cool concepts, and that's not a far cry from a developer's mindset. Anyways, that'll do it for this one, fam. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. I appreciate you stopping by and watching to the end, and don't forget to grab those exclusive meta weapons that I told you about in the beginning. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Be right out.